You're watching the news in Africa and the world today, April 23, 2020. We open today's edition in Ivory Coast, where the African Court on Human and People's Rights have ordered the suspension of the arrest warrant of the Ivorian justice against Guillaume Soro, currently exiled in France. It also ordered the state to provisionally release the 19 supporters of the National Assembly who have been in custody since the end of December. Amnesty International has asked on April 4 urgent medical treatment for detained deputy Alain Lobonon, considered as Soro's right-hand man. Guillaume Soro has from the start described this affair as a political an operation to keep him out of the presidential race scheduled for late October. Analysts see him as a challenger to President Alassane Ouattara, whom he helped to power during the post-electoral crisis of 2010-2011. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, 14 people are reported to have been killed in clashes between security forces and armed members of a sect in southwest of DR Congo. The violence occurred in Songololo, a highway linking the capital Kinshasa with the country's sole outlet to the sea, reported a senior officer in the General Directorate of Migration, Liveng Mayala. The two policemen were believed to be among the casualties. He added, it is the third clash in recent days on the KRN1 200-mile umbilical cord by which Kinshasa, a city of some million people, is supplied. 10 people died in two incidents in mid-April of this year. With 40 African politicians and intellectuals, the former Malian Justice Minister Maître Mamadou Konaté is appealing for the immediate release of Soumaïla Cissé, President of the Union for the Republic and Democracy (URD) party, leader of the Malian opposition. An appeal signed by, in particular, the politician Khalifa Sall, Cellou Dalein Diallo, Ibrahim Yakuba, the Nigerian lawyer Dawuda Samna, with Guinean writer Tierno Menenombo. They say it is unacceptable that the first political figure after the head of state, a former minister, former president of the West African Monetary Economic Union, and candidate on several occasions to presidential election in Mali, was removed without anyone knowing by whom, where he is, without knowing under what condition he is detained, and knowing when he will return to freedom. A situation which cannot leave anyone with peace and justice without reaction. He was abducted in a delegation on Wednesday, March 25, 2020. Over to Germany, the race to develop an effective vaccine against the novel coronavirus gathered pace this week as clinical trials on humans are approved in Germany and launched in the UK. On Wednesday, the German regulatory body PI green-lighted the country's first trials on human volunteers for a vaccine developed by German firm BioNTech and US giants Pfizer. The vaccine from the Oxford project will be tried on people from this Thursday, the first dose of a potential vaccine based on a virus found in chimpanzees. In both countries, the first round of clinical trial will be carried out on healthy volunteers aged 18 to 55. Researchers hope to determine whether the vaccine can safely train the immune system to fight COVID-19, a process that will require several phases of testing. Experts estimate that it would take at least 12 to 18 months to develop a new vaccine. Worldwide, other vaccine candidates for clinical trials on humans have been approved since mid-March, 3 in China and 2 in the US. Turkey, as of this Thursday, has imposed a 4-day lockdown in 31 major cities. The country has the highest number of infections in the Middle East, with more than 95,000 cases and 2,200 deaths. The government hopes for a return to normal after the month of Ramadan, which begins on Friday. Confinement remains a daily obligation for people above 65 and under 20. This comes as part of measures to stop the spread of the virus. Turkey has imposed such measures over the past 2 weekends. Speaking after a cabinet meeting, Recep Tayyip Erdogan said the lockdown will be longer this time due to a national holiday that falls this Thursday, adding that weekend lockdowns could continue for some time. We end today's edition where the Islamic Republic of Iran has announced its successful launch, the country's first military reconnaissance satellite after months of failures, a program the United States alleges it is a cover of missile development. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, the RIGC, said the satellite Noor, meaning light, was in a 425-kilometer high orbit after a successful launch. It came on the day Donald Trump went on Twitter to announce he had ordered U.S. Navy to shoot down and destroy any and all Iranian gunboats if they harass their ships at sea. As the world grapples with the coronavirus pandemic and historically low oil prices, the missile launch may signal a new willingness to take risks by Iran. That was it for the news. Thanks for watching and keep watching DBS television programs. Until we meet, do take care.